Hey everybody, Ridman89 here. I want to play some Disco Elysium. I've been asked to play this for a really long time, and so I'm going to. Let me pop out my chat here. And we'll be good to go. I don't know much about this game. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know anything about this game. I don't even know what I'm doing. But I've been asked to play this for a really long time, and so I just decided to do it. There's 3 people I can choose from: a thinker, a sensitive, or the physical. So, for those of you who don't know me, I am a therapist, and I am also training to be a professional wrestler. So, you know, somewhere between sensitive and thinker, I think. Let's create our own character. How many points do we have? I think we can just adjust from here, right? So we can't... See, if this was me, if I was building my own character, all these stats would be maxed. So obviously this is not very accurate to who I am as a person, but that's okay. Let's see, what do I think? I mean, all rounder is not too bad here. Just go for like an all-rounder, like 3-3-3-3. Well, that what's the highest something could be? Is it 5? No. 6 is the highest. So 3 in all seems like... Let's go a little bit weaker in intellect. A little bit stronger in physique. No, let's do this. Let's do intellect 2, motors 2, and then psyche and physique 4. And kind of be like a tough empath, which is kind of, I guess that's how I would describe myself. Oh my gosh. What is this? So signature skills. So okay, so I have 2 points to do, and I can only max these out based on I can give these as much as my actual overall skill is. Wow, there's a lot here. Wield raw intellectual power to deuce the world. Call upon all your knowledge, produce fascinating trivia. Ooh, that sounds fun though. Practice the art of persuasion, enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Be the actor, lie and detect lies. Understand creativity, see art in the world. Reconstruct crime scenes, make laws of physics work for the law. I guess I should probably like focus on psyche and physique a little bit more, but we'll see. Hold yourself together, keep your morale up. Hunches and gut feelings, dreams and waking life. Understand others, work your mirror neurons. Intimidate the public, assert yourself. So authority could go well with like a physique too. Could kind of like go hand in hand. Connect to Station 41. Understand cop culture. Like there was an RPG where like basically like cop talk was like a thing. That kind of reminds me of that. Charm men and women, play the puppet master. Take blows, don't let the world kill you. Shrug off pain, they'll have to hurt you more. Flex powerful muscles, enjoy healthy organs. Go to party planet, love and be loved by drugs. Raise the hair on your neck, tune into the city. Okay, so that's like a physical sort of like sense. Let the body take control and threaten people. And then hand-eye coordination, perception, reaction speed, sneak under their noses, stun with immense panache, interfacing, and composure. Straighten your back, keep your poker face. I like shivers and... What, can I add to this? How does this work? I thought... Oh, are these my points that I have to use? Is that what it's saying? How do I... Oh, I'm just setting my signatures right now. Okay. Do I only get one? Okay. Let's set up authority as my signature skill. Okay. Give me 1 second. There are furries at home in the mirror. Well, that's not true. Alright, give me 1 second. I just want to test my chat here. Make sure that I'm live. Alright, test. Test. Alright, coming in loud and clear. And I see myself. Alright. Well, wants to join, that'd be great. But, you know, I'm happy to just play by myself, too.
There is nothing.
Ancient reptilian
Only
brain, there is nothing.
primordial blackness.
That's reading it.
You're conscious from hence in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
And that sounds like me.
Ever. Never, ever.
Never, ever?
Never, ever, baby.
Okay.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic source.
How's this
It's
sound? I wish
bloated and
it's alright.
shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing. Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
Spoiler alert, Rhino isn't a playable character for about half the game. Oh, that's okay. We'll get there. How's it going, Silk? I can say allons-y, that means let's go. Or no, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me. I mean, yeah, pain is good, but existing is good is good too.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there.
Making some steak. I had some
Why did you
terrible
think
steak
you
yesterday.
had
I went to a
bludgeon
restaurant. It was
yourself
overcooked.
into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself. Got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
Okay, interesting. So this wouldn't have happened if I hadn't rolled what I did. You should ask what's out there first. What's waiting for
There's
me?
this giant ball there. An evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball.
This is my limbic system, which controls
You're
my
one of
emotions.
them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
How big's the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
And that's duking it out.
Vying for resources is just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
Sounds like something I'd like to do.
Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
He almost said it. He almost said it.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Okay. Mother help me, there's a head attached to my neck and I'm in it. Please no, I change my mind, take me back to this formless disembodied nothing. No, I'm not scared. I'm a champion.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
So maybe I wouldn't have gotten this champion response if I didn't roll this.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
It sounds like an alarm clock. Just soda Popinski myself. I got my oh, is that what I look like? Oh, that reminds me of that one artist who like went crazy and started painting himself and it just went crazier and crazier. A little bit of the hair of the dog. Magnum sized bottle of Commodore Red. Magnum, you can't even get those at the stores. Looks like someone tore the tape out while the song was playing. This reel-to-reel player is still on, rolling empty. Louis Wayne, the cat painter? No, I'm thinking of someone else for sure. Oh, I got one shoe. Nice. Get some pants. Solomon Grundy want pants too. Get my jacket. Something broke out my
The
window.
window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Oh, so it's a D12. It's a 2d6 system. Okay.
What do you mean? Assess the damage. How would you do that? What are you even trying to do? The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Okay.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
Savoir faire. My French is a little rusty, but does that mean like to know how to do? Maybe.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Oh yeah, I'm a little bit hungover.
It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact. Little black spots dance on your retinas. It's almost pleasurable.
Yeah, I'm tough. I can stand a little light. Grab my blouse here.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
You know, as you do.
Hot water sprays from the base.
I was gonna say that
and
water's
steam
hot.
covers
It's still
the mirror.
steaming.
You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it. Where to even begin? There is the
So that's why my
bloatedness,
face is fucked up.
then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin. Bet you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you. It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers. Behold.
Oh, I don't look that bad. Oh, look at him. He looks charming.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't
It's a
come off.
rictus grin.
What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
It's insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too in a sad has-been kind of way. There's some charm to it.
There might have been 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now. It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor.
I wonder if there's a
cortex. It would
downside to
take a
trying
minor
these sorts of
neurological
things.
miracle for you to cease producing it. Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Okay. Let's check the vent. Oh no, that's in the other room. You love this game? I'm glad. So far, I'm enjoying it. I don't quite know what I'm doing, but it seems fun. The door's been locked from the inside. Okay. Well, what else can I do here?
The fan stands still.
Neither does the detective, so we're in the same boat. Okay. I believe that the detective's name is Disco Elysium. You play as Disco Elysium. Is there anything to do?
You hear a jingle.
Oh, I can talk to myself.
Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should
I
open
must
the door.
be in like a hotel room, which would explain the clear reference to The Shining on the wall here. Can I relock the door? There we go. Will that just open it again, or okay, just shut it.
Hello, officer.
Oh, I'm an officer.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Classia? Miss Orange Disco Dancer. So, I don't know.
No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman. The young woman shakes her head
Classia.
slowly.
Chief Technical Officer.
No. You're a police officer, sir. I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
What business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law?
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
That is true. Do it. I don't like hitting on women in video games. I like to keep my players mostly asexual, if I have a choice. Except for Karlak. There's just something about that woman.
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself.
Actually, I can see why they would entrust me with the law. I have the right character.
A fondness for contradictory statements.
Yes, what you just said. I can't come up with anything.
I'm sorry. I was being glib. I'm sure you're a great cop.
No, she's not. Reassert yourself by being flirtatious.
Okay, I'll try. Because it's... Because I did this success, I'll give it a shot.
The words have already left your mouth.
I want to have fuck with you.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on. Say it again.
No, I don't want to.
Come on, man. Pretty, please. One more time.
Don't back down now. Say what you said again. Proudly.
I said I want to have fuck with you.
Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cup are you? Okay, sir. I have to
I think
ask.
I might have lied.
Do you really not remember? Just like that? You drank so much you lost your memory?
It's obvious. Someone did me over. I got fucked. Bad.
I'm sorry. It's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me.
Yeah, because I'm clearly so bad at it. She walks away just like that.
And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Collect her cigarette for DNA purposes. I'm not gonna chew it out of some weird, sick obsession. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. I should have brushed up on my French before I played this game. Revachol is pronounced Revachol. Oh, it just said Aranya's name. How to pronounce it. Big old karaoke, just waiting for someone to sing it. This is where that lyrics would go. Speakers connected to the radio. Music is seasoned with static.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Look
A
at the
competent
stuffed bird.
work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall.
Someone trying to use it as a Resident Evil key.
Something about it makes you feel bitter.
What happened to the bird?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man with a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Something tells me you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
So, not only am I a cop, but I'm also a hero?
Yes, you are. A real decorated hero.
What did I do?
What did you not do? First you took the body down, then you solved the murder, then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike.
I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things.
You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to.
What have I been doing all the time? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Alright. Well, thanks for that.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
Soul is immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard through a PA system by other people, whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
I was thinking maybe I should sing something happy. Get the people going.
No, no. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
Okay. So, sing a karaoke song. Got it. Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. Oh, there's a young lady in a wheelchair.
Hello, sweetie.
Cryptozoologist's wife.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
It's Disco Elysium.
This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize. Concentration makes you squint your eyes. Your name should be deep gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
I don't really know my name.
Okay then.
I'm gonna be honest with people.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? Then
No,
we
I
should ask
haven't.
him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I have, yes. I just said I was gonna be honest, but I'm gonna lie about this.
Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Look, man, yeah.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
No. I'm gonna keep it 55th Street, man. It's probably still up there.
So, the body is still in the tree.
For 3 days?
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred
Yeah,
the
he
body
seems
to no longer
pissed.
be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight.
Oh, 7 days.
We should
Jesus.
go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
A painkiller would be good about now. This thing is pulsating with discomfort. The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine. They won't have that, so cigarettes will have to do.
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him, You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Okay, then.
He nods.
All right, let's get going.
After you, officer.
So interview the cafeteria manager and inspect the victim's
If
body.
you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Wait, should I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It wasn't on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Thanks. All right.
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Okay, hold on. Let's talk to her later.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
I'm currently in between names.
Fantastic.
It's like when you've left your band, but you haven't decided on a solo artist name yet.
That's wonderful, really. I think so. But there's a dead body out back. No one wants to work in these conditions. It's been a week.
You guys should show some initiative and get the body down yourself.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
For a moment, the man fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Where's
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Oh, nice. We got her
You said
number.
you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only
Welcome to
sometimes
Jamrock.
come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I understand.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
Yes.
I have everything. You?
No, I'm
The
good.
body was behind the building, right? How do we get there?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there?
See that door there? Go out and turn right. There's a big hole in the fence. No need for a key. Just go through that hole and you'll be in the courtyard.
Are you supposed to feel guilty about the hole? His side tells you yes.
Let's go.
Nice. I got 30 EXP.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
What is that in freedom bucks?
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk.
Hey Ian, sorry, I'm
No one.
streaming now.
It must be merely imagination.
I promised I
But-
would stream this game.
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
What's real?
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
By real, do you mean some sort of street cred? Because I do keeps it real. Okay, I understand. You mean I owe you money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right, money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
I'm sorry, Ian.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
What exactly do I owe this place for?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to
Well,
work.
hang out with me.
So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
This seems like a good game. Even though there's a lot of reading, it seems like it's something that's up your alley. You're going to pick back up after Matt eats dinner. Okay, that's good.
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually, more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
You own it and have been meaning to play it for ages? Yeah, same. I've wanted to play it for a long time, but I've never had an excuse. Somebody bought it for me for Christmas. Jet Wong. Thank you, Jet Wong. And I promised I would stream it, so. What exactly is money?
What are you, a philosopher?
No, I'm just getting my bearings.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or
well,
8
I'm never
bottles
sober
of
enough to play it. This guy,
and
the
9
detective is
pints
not
of
sober
Royal
enough
Orchestra.
to be in the game,
Use
and
it
yet here he
everywhere,
is.
really.
Yeah. What if I don't have any money? Or where do I get it from?
Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
Well, how about you bribe me 120 real?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
What happens now?
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Test, test, test. Okay. My cat unplugged my frickin' mic, and my mic is not very good. And so it's very finicky about whether or not it wants to actually be a microphone or not.
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I'll see what I can
I'm
do.
sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Good luck.
All right.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have one?
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Far away?
In time or space?
Both?
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Interesting. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Well, yeah, no. Alright, what's in the heap of snow melts in the wheelbarrow? Oh, I can run by double clicking. That's awesome. Who's this little gremlin boy?
Kuno's got this.
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno.
Kuno and Kuno S. Hey kid. A word, please business.
Kuno, get him right in the dick.
Love it in the dick.
Oh Jesus, dude! Don't talk like that. I'm gonna bust this kid up.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire.
The
of
kid's
his
on
body.
fucking ecstasy. Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene. Stop using slurs at my crime scene. I want to say both of these. Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene.
Kuno, yeah, right in the mouthhole.
I'm gonna kill these
They
kids.
pay you no heed or pretend not to notice you.
Shits himself.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig.
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
It's Kuno. Sounds like something you'd call a rabid dog.
Yeah, think about it. Think about that rabid Kuno shit.
He seems glad someone understood what he was going for. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you.
Thing from behind the fence starts squealing shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
Help! Pig's got Kuno. Help! Rape!
Sound gets louder as the child shouts at the window overlooking the yard.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Just answer the questions.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
Jesus, kid.
Escalate, Kuno. His dick is out. You're afraid.
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody, please!
Yeah, I wanna police brutality this kid. Oh, right in the schnoz. I knocked the kid out.
Thump. The blow connects surprisingly well, leaving your knuckles tingling. Kuno feels it. This was no light tap.
What?
I think we can have a normal conversation now. Am I right, Kuno?
Officer, this is very far from normal police conduct. Get yourself together.
Oh, come on. He was accusing me of being a diddler. I had to do something.
For heaven's sake, he thinks, this has gone too far. Don't make this any worse than it is. Just get back to questioning the kid.
Okay.
Okay, pig.
Yeah, see, sometimes little kids just need a
Act was
swift
about
punch
him
to the
trying
face.
establish dominance over you. It's safe to say things didn't go as he'd planned.
Kuno knows to respect that violent shit. You should see Kuno's dad. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything.
The creature behind the fence has fallen ominously silent. Only her eyes are alive, jumping from actor to actor.
Okay, pig. Talk to Kuno. We're back in this shit. The fuck do you want?
The body. What do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
Help me out here. What do we want to
If I
know?
were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
Do you know who he
Kuno's
was?
fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
Do you know how it got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Okay, where did you go then?
I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about
Kuno
the dead
didn't
body?
smoke him if that's what you mean.
Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Well, there is a dead body in a tree, so
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
I'm sure that is a terrible slur.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost.
Let's just try to figure out. Let me get a chair so I can sit backwards in it, and that'll help me with this roll.
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too. This is where he hangs out. You have to get more out of him. He could be useful.
Hey Kuno, I think you can turn the Kuno down for a minute. Let's talk like normal people are. Kuno, listen, I know this is boundary pushing things to you, but it's old news for us grown-ups.
Trying to fuck at the Kuno. Trying to fuck at me. Trying to fuck. Kuno only gets higher. It's faster, faster, faster. Can't take the Kuno. Stay out of the reactor.
Kuno gonna fuck you up. Up.
I want to punch him again.
Normal is not what we got here. You've got to work with what you have for now.
All right.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
All right, stop throwing rocks at the body.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Why is it so bad? Well, it's been here for 7
Active
days.
decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow, Kuno.
My favorite view of this game is like thumbs down, amazing gameplay and conversation system. Wish it wasn't attached to communist propaganda. All right, let's try not to throw up.
As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand.
Got an iron stomach. They always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
I mean, communist propaganda. I'm down with it, so. They do after 7 days, yes. We're deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel.
Oh, okay. So you
boots.
can play this as a
His skin
fascist.
is
Well, I did
greenish,
punch a little kid. That's
marbled
pretty
with
fascist.
decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers
Kuna
his
did-
chest and shoulders.
Was using racial
The
slurs,
collar
which is
belt
not very
used to
cash
fasten
money
it
of
to the
him.
branch above appears industrial in strength.
Let's start from the bottom. The best part is you can play as a neoliberal too. Yeah, that sounds awful. Inspect the
The
boots.
material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding.
He was a
A fine
stormtrooper.
array of interlocking plates covers them.
It's like armor? Armored boots?
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
Oh, not armor. They're fragile.
These are clearly not boots.
Oh, they are armor.
They're
Okay.
Armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots. They're armor. They misspelled armor though, but that's okay.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
They're sabatons, not boots. What kind of armor exactly is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Let's pull off the boot.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure? The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound
Oh
comes
no,
from
the
above.
belt's gonna collapse.
Stop!
You can play as just like a chilled, laid back dude. Yeah, just like a chill guy. I don't know what that chill dog meme is, but I've been seeing it a lot lately.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Oh, this is a bad idea, isn't it?
You're going to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Oh, Jesus, kid, I'm not gonna do anything fucking Kuno S says, so. I can get distracted. I'm gonna let Kuno S get under my skin. Say I'm not a homo. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my fucking God. I'm not gonna do that.
Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise the coroner's case if you do. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
Are we not detectives? There may be clues inside the boots.
Maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boot and leave what's inside to the boys at processing? Just this once. Besides,
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I've just started.
there's no way you are getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots for 7 days. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think they are the only thing left on him?
Okay.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down, and second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Sounds like a plan.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Okay, got it.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Suddenly, your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
Sounds space age.
Like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay.
It's looking pretty advanced for a security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you. Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
It's a bad time for a drink, right?
Extremely.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a harbor?
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor
The brief
today.
suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
How do they even get him up here?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
I guess that's fair.
I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt. Buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing up there.
That's what I would do if I were trying to hang someone. Dustland Delivery? Is that an anime?
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt.
I've got so many games I
limbs
have to
limp
play.
and torso covered in tattoos.
I will check it out though.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
I will definitely look it up.
His corpse is marked by stars.
What will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak. Your fist.
Ian, you know how I am. I don't have time to play to no life games anymore. It'll be riddled with disco, or it'll be marked by bullet holes.
Decay
I'm sorry,
is creeping
Ian.
on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened. Now, it disintegrates slowly, letting out a stink.
Is this a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and
It's
pulls
pronounced
it open.
aluminum.
Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears, some sort of camera.
Let him work.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
Produces 2 metal-capped ampules and clicks them into place at the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
Lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at this later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Who is he? He is male, 40-50, with an athletic build.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench, eyes like a shark. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
Squinting Kim. Why am I doing it?
How should I know why you are squinting, officer?
Squint harder. His face and hands are pink, thighs too. The rest is greenish.
You are trying to assess lividity.
Relax,
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead.
I agree. Totally dead.
His Buster's not coming back, or dead, dead.
Dabba-doob-doob dead.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet, and his neck. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think.
Hey, Kasai. Looks like it seems like a lynching to me.
Everything here seems to corroborate that
Hi,
assumption.
hi, Kasai.
But we
Nice
should
to see you, my
still
man.
Get him down before signing a probable cause of death.
Beaten up. See the
I
bruises?
do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
I'm gonna kill you, Kuno.
He
is no breath to catch, only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
How do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down.
The fuck does Kuno? I hate Kuno. Have another look.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos and extremities blocked. As you narrow your eyes, only the lower extremity. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
We shoot him down? Yeah, maybe we could shoot him down.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Just shoot the belt. The bullet will break it.
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
Give me your gun, Kim. Give me your gun.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some...
Save a bullet for the Kuno.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Yeah, let me try.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst that could actually
I'll blow
happen?
his head off.
Take it! Take the shot!
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
He feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again, maybe?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised.
Okay, so don't trust... We learned something. Don't trust Kim to shoot shit.
Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Ask for help from the
I
harbor.
was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appear to be suspects in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Confirmed. It's unsafe.
Yeah, let's reconsider.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
I'm gonna try to shoot him down myself.
As bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim.
Alright, I'm gonna need your gun.
They only have one gun!
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
I'm gonna kill you, Kuno.
Officer, why do we only have one gun?
Remember when I told you I didn't have my badge or uniform with me when I woke up? I didn't have my gun either.
That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
We're not off to a good start. This missing gun business is making your hand tremble.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana boyka. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
Trigger discipline,
What are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger. The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
I want to point the gun at Kuno S, but I'm not going to. Close my left eye
Your
first.
field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the morning light as the corpse slowly rotates.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Alright, point the gun at Kuno S.
Do it! Set me free!
You feel as though it would be dangerous to set this creature free to roam about the cosmos.
Don't.
Do it!
It's a very low chance to actually kill her. Point the gun at the belt.
Intense shit, copper.
Fucker waved his gun! It wasn't intense, it was
Oh, and it's even lower now because I responded to the provocation. Give the gun back.
The lieutenant takes the gun carefully from you and holsters it. His eyes are narrow and he doesn't comment on your antics.
Fucking pussy didn't shoot shit, did he? Didn't shoot me. Didn't shoot himself in the mouth.
Didn't shoot me. There is sincere disappointment on her face. This kid was expecting pandemonium and release from her mortal coil.
We need to access the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. They have the tools, and they have men.
Alright. Kuno, don't fuck with the body while we're gone. Rue Saint Ghislaine. Can't go that way. This is a bookshop. I feel like I'm getting closer to the harbor. Yeah, I'm near the water. Splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. Be a bag man. Hobo cop. Talk to the bird. The room in the world wasn't much bigger than this sloop. Hey, boatman.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top, of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good morning, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
What is implied here? That you're a drunk?
I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode.
Yeah, I didn't even blow away a kid, so I mean...
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. The lieutenant is hatching some scheme.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines Group.
Tell me about the strike.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
Wouldn't want to disturb an octopus. Better
I'm
let
glad
it be.
you see it that way. To repeal the act would mean repealing the coalition government, the one that leases you the right to police West Revachol. But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
She's a union steward.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbor. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Tell us more about this behemoth.
What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organization now.
The neoliberal that we're talking about. How are the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
I like it.
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Personally, I don't think it has the same pizazzo as every worker a member of the board.
What exactly do they mean by it, though? What's the demand?
It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines Group makes a decision about what, about anything really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
It's pretty funny, I'd have to admit.
They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assumed that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again.
That's what happens when movements get too big, and then you need... Movements never go anywhere without a little bit of violence.
And now, people are getting lynched,
Well.
I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates.
What do we
The one who
what do we
was
think about that
definitely
CEO getting
advertising
killed?
his aversion to
Don't say
work.
anything that's gonna get you
I
in
think he
trouble.
said it was, "Call me mañana."
John's getting philosophical. I think we have to be philosophical at this point. We've reached such a weird time in our history.
This checks.
Sophia, say nothing further. I understand. Tell me about this union boss, Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the
RR is
utmost
pro Luigi.
integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers.
I'll say this: I think it would be interesting if he was found not guilty. I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing, but I think it would be interesting.
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
Say nothing.
He is the most corrupt
Does Joyce need to be
individual
gunned
I've
down?
ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living.
Kim, give me the
If
gun.
there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
You can't trust twins. That's always been my motto. You can't trust twins.
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside of the Brothers Clare?
The Debardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
So the union got big and corrupt.
A mob. The Debardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother.
Maybe the leaders of the union are using it. They don't care about the actual union members. They're just using it to embolden themselves. Yes, corrupt according to Joyce. You're absolutely right.
And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
I don't think I know enough yet to have an opinion.
Of course, officer.
Tell me about Gaumont.
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it?
Fold himself 9 times. Fold himself in half 9 times.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
I believe they prefer the term little people now. Okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
So seems like she's more on the side of the company.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
You said something happened in the
I'm
elections?
glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Some kind of extortion, probably.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
She's a filthy neoliberal, yeah.
Of course. How else can I help?
Tell me about Wild Pines.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms. I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
Hey, that would cover my room fee.
$1 billion?
The money I owe is so much less than that.
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary, but they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
Absolutely neoliberal, capitalist sentiment here. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. There's no such thing as infinite growth. That sort of mindset is not healthy. That's all I need to know.
She nods.
What can you tell me about the lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
I don't know my badge number.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Awkwardness washes over the conversation. The woman doesn't like this turn of events.
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
Yes.
I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please.
I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond.
Oh, you're a doctor now too?
I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Okay.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement. She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her.
Surely there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge, though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Okay.
Detective, a word in private before we continue. This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
It's not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. How did you hope it would
Honestly,
go?
I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchmen.
Oh, so we're henchmen now?
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
He doesn't let it show, but there is a limit to how much the consequences of your unprofessional behavior can cost the investigation.
I'm sorry for putting us in this situation.
I'm sure you will, Detective.
Let's get back to it then. Let's talk to her a little bit more.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
So maybe saying these like little weird things might be more helpful. Helpful to me in the long run.
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So you know something about the tattoo?
Better not tie the fourth stay to the bat stay on this. I hope there is something else I can help.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What lustrous hair.
A well-kempt, yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it au naturel, shaped into a permanent wave, late 40s style, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities.
Yeah, so?
Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor, poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
Ashamed?
Yes. You're too ashamed to ask this person for money. Too scared to belittle yourself in her eyes. Those half-precious stones of Odin. Oh God, the lieutenant is here too. Do not dishonor the force.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Okay,
of
I'll come
course,
back.
Detective.
I should have... He said I should have radioed. He had a car radio that I could have used to report my missing gun and badge. What is that? Why does that show up? Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna... Okay, I can't get that thing to pop again. That's the whole... This is where the body is, right? Yeah, this is where the body is. motor carriage.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion.
Open the door.
In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Yeah, that's it looks very interesting for sure. Pick up the radio.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something.
Position 1 to position 2. Position 1 to position 2. What is your position? Position 1. Over.
The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Lieutenant.
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Could you connect me to the 41st? I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
Alright, this is me here. I work at your station.
10-4, what's your status? Over.
It's not good.
10-18, 10-20, over.
Please just talk you into me. These numbers mean nothing to me.
State your message, sir. Over.
I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, repeat message. Over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
10-22, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Hey, who is this?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over.
No, the other
You
one.
mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
Jean-Vic Mer.
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
Alright, no need to swear.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vitmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Officer has lost his badge, haha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vicmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Can't we just move on, get it reported, and be done with it?
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me.
And the gun.
Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
I'm gonna kill Chester, too.
What's going on? Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could you just please stop saying he lost his badge for a moment?
You two please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
Say nothing.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Enough with this. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Oh, fuck.
Say nothing.
10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, repeat please. Over.
Don't say anything.
10-9, come in, officer. Over.
It's just getting harder. Remain silent with terror.
Come in, officer. 10-9, repeat message please. Did you misplace your firearm? Over.
That's affirmative. Over.
He says he doesn't have it.
Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my, I can't. This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Noor by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants.
My name is Disco Elysium.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he still got his wiener.
Well, I'm gonna ask him if he still wants his, because I'm about to rip it off.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
I left it at his mama's after I fucked her in the ass all night. Tell him that.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
Oh, so you'll repeat what he says, but you won't repeat what I say? You're a real... I see whose side you're on.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
I have to end the stream.